please. Nice and quiet, still everywhere.
21, take 3.
The film's about a well-known TV actor called Brian Woodland, played by the wonderful Bill Fellows. It's basically about him coming back up north, a place that he's not been in since his childhood. So he's been living in London. He's doing all right for himself. He's fairly successful. So it's about essentially going back home after his mother's recent death. But then it goes, it takes a bit of a dark turn once he arrives and the memories start flooding back.
In deciding we were going to collaborate with Jim and we were going to provide the funding to make Seeing happen, a big part of it was kind of giving him complete creative freedom. It's like, you've got a great idea, you're a great filmmaker, we can help. Go and make the film that you want to make. And it was the same in terms of how the film was going to be shot.
Yeah, I had to shoot on film. I've been wanting to shoot on 16mm for so long.
Fantastic, sounds at speed. Let's get the board in, please.
Okay. 1, take 1.
Speed. Action.
We had a brand new DOP for this, which Jim was really eager to work with, because obviously the idea being that we shot it on film, so we needed someone who sort of could do that for us.
I was actually quite surprised with shooting on film how everyone's focus just seemed to be a little bit more on it. I think because people were aware, literally time is money, and you can hear it, so that helps.
Every millimetre of film that is going through, it's has a definite cost to it. Whereas obviously when you're shooting digitally, you can do as many takes as you want. It was challenging, but a lot of fun as well. And Jim and I, to be fair, have been eager to try some stuff on film for a long time. So it was a fantastic opportunity to finally have a swing at it,
Mr. Fellows, please, Mr. Fellows, Mr. Fellows. Who are you wearing?
Yeah, so I've known Bill. I first worked with Bill in 2015. We shot a film called Ripper. Working with him previously, you know what he can do. So like the emotional side of things, like the acting, the scenes in the car, which was they were the length of your dialogue scenes. So they would just run through it, both actors, him and Selena. And then when we were ready, okay, we good, let's do one. And then it was go, boom, smash, done, let's move on. To have a professional actor like that who's got experience, not just shooting digital, but also on film. He was aware of that time was money. So that was great.
It was. Not changed much, to be honest.
It all seems a little enclosed.
Selena was great. I just reached out because I liked her. I thought she was very funny. As I got talking to her, I realised that she was big into horror. And I just thought, when I was trying to cast it, obviously I'd wrote the short for Bill, but then it was filling that role of the wife. I thought if I could just do 2 birds, 1 stone, where I could cast someone to play both, playing his mother and his wife, but we didn't have the makeup or the budget to do a full, elderly face makeup. So then I thought, how I was going to shoot, I already knew how I was going to shoot it, where you wouldn't properly see her, you just see her in the background, shadows, silhouette, that type of thing. So I thought we could get away with it. It was all just about the voice, and if Selena could nail the voice, then we were sorted, and luckily she did.
That poor boy. You pushed him, didn't you? Your own brother.
Mum said I'm to stay with you.
I've never worked with children before, but I was like, okay, I need a 10-year-old boy to play his dead brother. And I was aware of Hugo's love for horror films. He's got a dark taste, so I thought, so he's not going to mind, getting the makeup, because Pat, who did the makeup, did an unbelievable job, and it was always going to be quite gory. So you needed someone who would be okay with that and be able to sort of joke about it and realise that, it's make-believe. He nailed it. I don't even know if he'd had that much experience, certainly not in front of camera before. And it was just the one line, but I didn't really have to give him that much direction. He kind of knew the delivery. Action, Hugo. Cut. Spot on that, Hugo. We'll do one more.
Do you know who she is? She's my daughter.
Oh, there's someone in the back of the shop, guys.
Is there?
Yeah, just, oh man, come on, man, really, please.
There was a number of things going on that day when we shot in the woods. Yes, we had a lot of extras, great people that came from the Newcastle Film Club. That was unbelievable because we had to help sell the fact that it was a fully working set. But on the start of that day, we had, well, what it seemed like an easier day because we started shooting digitally for the opening. So it was a little bit more relaxed. We could say, oh, let's just do another one. Let's try this. So that was like a good way to sort of warm up on the day. And then it was blocking because we wanted to get it in one shot. You know, the boot off, the kick off on set. We wanted to get it in one shot. So we blocked it, rehearsed, made sure we got nice coverage of like people moving in the background, you know, looking busy. And also with it, because it's fairly lengthy, we did do a number of takes of that, but I was also aware that we only had 3 cans of film at 400 foot, and we were getting to the end of the 3rd one. So then, luckily, the DOP Paul had an extra can on him, so then we could get another extra couple of takes, which is good.
As for that by the tree, you can't even fucking act. What have I done?
Cut there. Thank you very much, everyone.
It was just a real sense of teamwork and passion, not just for that film, but for the spirit of the like-minded sense that we all have, that we're joining the dots around the Northeast and coming together as one and building on this burgeoning scene that we've got. So the mood and I think the productivity of the shoot as well was outstanding.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. That is a wrap for singing.
I've edited the past few films of mine, to be honest, and I enjoy the editing process, seeing it come together, because I mean, you kind of, as I'm shooting, I have an idea of what I want it to be anyway, and obviously because I've wrote it as well. Things like The Shining, which is like iconic to me and one of like the greatest films ever made, so that played a huge part with the look of it as well as the music that we created for the film. I always start off with like, I'll have temp score that I put in, but then I have Rory Cuthbert, or Metal Machine Music, who's done a couple of films of mine previously, so he was coming out and do the score.
Yeah, so when Jim asked me to do the music for this one, I jumped at the chance because I actually respect Bill Fellows as an actor, and when I actually saw the moving images before I put the music on, I was dead impressed. So he'll give me an early cut from it, so that gives me the chance to fathom out the vibe of it, the film, and then Jim, he'll tell me what he wants, like the kind of vibe from the music, then I'll merge the both two together, and then I'll hopefully make a soundtrack or a score that he likes.
One of the hardest things to do is to get a film off the ground. Funding is huge, and without it, you can't make a film. I mean, you can make a film for nothing if you have certain bits of kit and the right people, friends, or, you know, just people who want to work with you, which is what I've done previously a lot. But because I was adamant and just, you know, I wanted to shoot on film, this couldn't just be a, right, I'll fund it myself type thing. Yeah, so we were the guinea pigs, and overall I mean, the amount of money that we got to make the film, £3,000, I'd like to think I hope we've made a really good, like a good film.
Jack, is that lunch?
Time. The way this production has been funded is groundbreaking. It's the first time it's ever happened, and I'm humbled that I've had the opportunity to do that through the event that we're building and that's going on in the Tees Valley right now. I'm confident with what's coming up that there's going to be more of it coming on, so please stay in touch with the festival at TVIFF 2023, because there's more coming your way, but it all relies on your involvement. So thank you for being involved, thank you for being the talented people that you are, and I promise you with my hand on my heart that this is a great time to be an undiscovered filmmaker in the area, because big things are coming your way along the lines, and this is the first time it's ever happened in the world, and you've all been here and been involved to make it happen. Thank you. I just hope that the people who watch the film will enjoy it as much as we did making it, and stay in touch with the festival and help us grow and spread the good word and support independent film in the Tees Valley, because that's where it's at.